We're going to be jumping into our Gen V review.
Nice.
Now, this has already been renewed for a season two,
Yep.
and deservedly so. Prime Video are, are just the fucking best at making superhero television. With three seasons of The Boys in, we're beginning a second season of Invincible, and now we've concluded the first season of Gen V, and Prime are not missing.
Right.
Gen V as a spin-off show is is fucking up there with like some of the best ones I think I've seen. As a show itself, I think it's great. I don't think it's like next level groundbreaking at all. I gave it a 4 stars on whatever the TV version of Letterboxd is. Um, Serialized or something.
Serialized.
Yeah, that. Yeah, so I gave it a 4 stars on there. I think this is very much The Boys. Um, if you like The Boys, you're more than likely gonna like Gen V. It carries over that same unpredictability of The Boys because you don't know what's happening. You might have a little bit of insight, but you don't really see the big picture. It's violent as all hell. I I think it actually rivals some of the stuff that they've done in The Boys. Maybe not season three, but previous seasons of The Boys. Um, season one, I think, is equally as violent. I think I think what stuck out to me about Gen V was how many characters they were able to have, and with only 8 episodes, showcasing next to every single one of them very, very well. And I honestly can't wait for them to return in season two and or season four of the main series. Um, I think the way it ended is gonna polarize a lot of people. Um, I've seen some reactions to it, and they're excited, but they're not happy that's how it ended. I personally didn't mind the finale, but all in all, I think it was a just a really good movie. I mean, series to kick the series off. I think it's one of the better first seasons for superhero TV ever, to be honest.
Nice. Nice. Well, uh, actually, you haven't seen it, have you? Have you seen any of the boys?
I watched season one and I tried to watch season two and I just never could like really get fully into it. So
Cave.
yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So I watched every episode of Gen V yesterday. So I just watched it all in one go. It's only 8 episodes. It took me like 5 hours. So with people complaining about Scorsese films being too long, I did that easily. Um, I really liked it. I was given the comparison with the boys. Well, you have to compare it with the boys because it's a spin off of it. But I was given a lot of description about it going into it by some people around me saying that it's as good, if not better, than the boys.
No,
They are fucking nuts. This
no.
is this is like Byron. I know you say that for you. This is on the level of season one of the boys. This is
Mm.
nowhere near the level of the season one of the boys for me. Like nowhere near. It's really good, really good. What season one of the boys did was fucking outstanding. So compared to that, it's not the same league, but it's still like for me, it's like a high 3.5, low 4. Um, for a spin-off, it's awesome. It's great. It's a great spin-off. I echo everything Byron says about unpredictability. Brings that across, of course, but to a point now, we kind of predict that like just with camera angles as well, that you're like no one's safe and that's always in your mind now, like you like not to get attached. um they only had 8 episodes. I didn't love all the characters. I didn't like. There's about like 4 characters that all have the same fucking power. Where it's like, oh, you're bulletproof and you're strong. They're all the same fucking power. And it's just like there's a couple of sentences where you're like, you may be able to beat me, but you won't be able to beat him. I'm like, maybe you don't know. They both have the same fucking power. Like, who fucking knows? I didn't love that. There's a couple of powers that were awesome. There's this one power, Ash, that I think is the fucking best power that I think the whole series the boys have, which is this girl that like she touches you, tells you something, and you're like you just do it. Like in your mind, it's like that's what you want to do. So there's this like one scene where she tells someone, touches you, and goes, "Go away and never come back," and they just never find him ever again. And like that's awesome.
It's overpowered as fuck.
It's OP.
I would love that
I
power.
love that power. Yeah,
It works on other soups.
yeah. I think that's awesome. The whole storyline I thought was just a bit too far fetched, and like for that sort of because this whole universe of the boys is supposed to be a grounded, realistic take of if superheroes are real, and this whole like this isn't a spoiler. This is in the first episode. This whole idea that this mental asylum slash scientific testing lab under a school is way too Stranger Things for me. I just didn't really vibe with that, but it is what it is. I kind of get it. It makes sense because like they what the show turns into, but a lot of the characters I loved. Emma is the roommate, right? I think she's the best character in the whole show. I thought she was fucking awesome. Her character arc was great. So the whole show I really enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. But to say that it's on the boys level for me is sacrilege. It's a great spin-off, and it what it does best is that it scratches the itch of the boys until season 4 comes along.
Yeah. I think it was a good project to fill in the gap because obviously season 3 of the main series ended and all anyone was talking about was, oh my god, I need season 4 of this fucking show. So I think Gen V was a good way for them to extend the world that they created, but also still have time to actually put work into season 4 and make it meet people's expectations.
Yeah, and little tie-ins. I love the what this does so well that I didn't touch on is the world building of the boys, like showing that this isn't just around the seven, which is like the main 7 superheroes in the boys. That like this goes right down to like a school level, a university level of soups, which is really cool. And this whole idea of how soups become soups is terrifying and like really creepy, but really well done. About everything that happens with their parents. So that aspect I fucking loved. But yeah, I feel like I'm shitting on this. I'm not. I'm just saying it because this was brought to me as like this is as good if not better than the boys, and for me it's nowhere near. But like it's still for a spin-off, it's great. Like this is still like if you like the boys, you're gonna like this. It's the same sort of humor. The writing's awesome. It's a really really good low grade show for me.
Yeah. I will say there's certain parts of I think the boys universe beat Marvel to it because this felt very especially the last episode. I won't go into details obviously because it's spoilers, but it gave off hardcore X-Men vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Marvel,
but I feel like they did that
there's another one of your problems.
They definitely did that in season 3 of The Boys.
Yeah. There's a lot of soaps in that universe that are
it's soups for soups lives matter.
Yeah. They fit the description of what X-Men are.
Yeah.
It's exactly what they are.
Yeah.